আচ্ছা, today we will start our chapter with spherical mirror. Spherical mirror. Okay. Spherical. Where does the word spherical come from?
Sphere.
Spherical. The word spherical comes from sphere, right? The word spherical comes from sphere. Okay, that means spherical mirrors are those mirror which will be part of some sphere. If spherical mirrors, the word spherical comes from sphere, then spherical mirrors will be part of sphere. Okay, suppose I take a sphere. Suppose I take a sphere. Okay, what did I do? I take a sphere. Now I can do two things. First, I can shade the inner portion of the sphere. I can shade the inner portion of the sphere. Can I do that? Okay, if I shade the inner portion, which portion will be reflecting?
So the outer portion.
The outer portion. That means if I shade the inner portion, the outer portion will be reflecting, right? And the inner portion will be non-reflecting. So reflecting is also opaque because you can't pass a light through a reflecting surface. That means reflecting is also opaque.
So reflecting surface should be smooth and just polished.
Yes, but the thing is that if we do the outer surface polish, that means we are making the outer surface reflecting, so the inner surface will be non-reflecting. Is the idea clear now? Okay, this is our sphere 1, the first kind of sphere that we are thinking about. Now let us think about this sphere 2. Can we imagine a sphere 2? Yes. Okay, in sphere 2 we are doing just the opposite. What are we doing? We are shading the outside. That means we are making the inner side reflecting. Clear? So can we do it in this way? We are shading the outer side, that is we are making the inner side reflecting. Is the idea clear? তো আমরা কি করছি? আমরা ভেতরেরটাকে reflecting করছি. Okay, so in this case the outer side is non-reflecting. The outer side is non-reflecting, whereas the inner side is reflecting. Got that? Okay, now if we cut this mirror in such a way, we get a three-dimensional portion. What is a 3D portion? Have all of you seen kadhai at home? Kadhai or a bowl at home? Have you seen kadhai or bowl at home? Okay, what do you see in a kadhai or bowl? You see that the kadhai,
Sphere.
yeah, it looks like a hemisphere, right? It looks like a hemisphere. So whenever we see a bowl or a kadhai, how does a kadhai look? This is how a kadhai looks, right? This is how a kadhai looks. Is kadhai part of a sphere? Yes, and kadhai is part of a spherical shell, right? In this case also the inside is not solid. In this case also the inside is not solid. So the first case is also a spherical shell. This is a spherical shell, and the second case is also a, yes, it is also a spherical
If we divide
shell. Yeah,
sphere into two
equal halves. Yeah,
will be a hemisphere.
yes, we can think about that, but it's not necessary that we will always divide it from the middle portion, right? We can divide it from any other portion also. মাঝখান থেকেই divide করতে হবে, it is not necessary. We can divide it in any other portion also. Okay, now we got two kinds of mirror. In this mirror, inner surface is non-reflecting, outer surface is reflecting. Now if I get to find out a portion, if I cut a portion out of this mirror, then I'll get a mirror. If I cut a portion out of this spherical shell, then I'll get a mirror. The mirror that I'll be getting from this kind of spherical shell is known as convex mirror. Okay, so if I get any portion out of this mirror, its outer surface will be reflecting. That means in convex mirror, the outer surface is reflecting. Is the idea clear? In convex mirror, the outer surface is reflecting. Okay, now if I find out any portion, if I cut out any portion from this mirror, its inner side will be reflecting. So in this mirror we will be getting concave mirror. Okay, concave mirror means mirror whose inner side is reflecting. You can see inner side or inner surface, both are same thing, whose inner side or inner surface is reflecting. We got the idea? So we got two kinds of mirror, one whose outer surface is reflecting, another one whose inner surface is reflecting. Is that clear? So outer surface reflecting and inner surface reflecting. Okay, is it clear for us? Now we will work with any one type of mirror. Okay, suppose we will work with this kind of spherical shell. Okay, have you all of you written this one? Okay, let me erase it. Suppose I take one spherical shell. Okay, suppose I take one spherical shell. See this one. Suppose I take a spherical shell like this one. Okay, this is a sphere. I cannot draw a perfect sphere, that's why it's looking like this, but remember this is a sphere. Okay, now if I take a portion of this sphere, like I am inserting a plate, I am inserting a plate inside of this sphere. So what am I doing? I am inserting a blade inside the sphere. So if I insert a blade, it will cut itself into two portions. So we will get two portions. First, let me mark the cutout portion. Okay, I am labeling this portion as A, this portion of B, right? So can we see two portions like this? Can we see two portions like this, whose one surface will be A, whose another surface will be B, right? Can we see them? So this is A, this is B, right? Okay, tell me, is A part of this sphere? Is A part of this sphere?
Yes.
Is B part of this sphere? Okay, now if I make its inner side non-reflecting, that is if I make its outer side reflecting, then can I find it as a mirror like this one? So this one is a convex mirror. Is the idea clear?
Also can be a concave mirror.
It also can be a concave mirror, yes, if we make the inner side reflecting. Okay, now we have divided it along the diameter. See, this one is the diameter, right? We have divided it along the diameter. What will happen if we don't divide it along the diameter? Suppose this is our spherical shell. Suppose this is our spherical shell. Okay, we are dividing it from a lateral portion. We are dividing it from a lateral portion, a portion like this. Is that clear? So if we are dividing it from a lateral portion, see, we will get a section like this. Right? We will get a section like this. Now if I name it as C and if I name this portion as D, so shall I get a portion like this and a portion like this? Shall I get two portions? Okay, in this portion, shall this portion be C? Okay, and shall this portion be D? Right? And in the both of the cases, if I make the inner side reflecting, then they will be concave. If I make the outer side reflecting, it will be convex. So this one, if I make the inner side non-reflecting or outer side reflecting, this will be convex, right? And in the same kind of mirror, if we make the outer side reflecting, outer side non-reflecting, inner side reflecting, this one will be concave. Now have we got the idea of convex and concave mirror? Is it clear till now? Okay, now this is a 3D figure, right? This figure is a 3D figure. This one is also a 3D figure. This one is also a 3D figure, right? Now see, you see a kadhai. If you draw a margin straight away, if you draw a line straight away in between the kadhai, what will you see? You will see a curved line. Will the curved line simply look like this? Suppose imagine it in this way. Suppose this is your kadhai. Okay, this is your kadhai, right? Now you start drawing a line and you reach this end. Can you draw a line like that? Just from the center of the kadhai, can you draw a line like that? Suppose this is your kadhai. Okay, this one is your kadhai. Can you draw a line like this? Can you draw a line like this?
From the middle.
Yes, from the middle. Can you draw a line like this? How will this line look? Curved, right? How will this line look? Curved. Now a ray can fall on this line. The ray can reflect back from this line. So in this case, we don't need to think about the whole surface. We can only think about this line, right? Can we only think about this line? Yes, we can think about this line. So in this kind of surface, we can think about this line. Right? Now we are interested in this case only. So if we think about this line, it will be simply a part of a circle, right? So we have taken part of a sphere. We are drawing a line, and this line, I am imitating the red line. This line will be part of a circle, right? This line will be part of a circle. What is this portion? This is part of a sphere, right? If this is part of a sphere, this one will be part of a circle. Now if this is the part of a circle and I shade it from the outside, can I say that the light will be reflecting from a concave mirror?
Yes.
So if I draw it in this way, that a ray of light has come and fallen on this red portion and it has got reflected in this portion, can I say that the ray of light has come in this portion, it fell on the line and it has got reflected in this portion? Are these two things same?
Yes.
So instead of drawing the whole 3D figure, if I represent it in a 2D figure, is it same?
Yes.
You got the concepts, right? See, physics is all about concept. We need to focus on the concepts. We need to focus on the ideas. We need to make them clear. Okay. So we got the idea of a 3D concave surface. Now in case of drawing, it will be very difficult for us if we want to draw a 3D surface every time, right? It will be difficult for us. So then what we will do, we will just replace the 3D figure with a simple 2D figure. So the simple 2D figure will be part of a circle. Is that clear? So remember this
Can be also the part of the sphere.
2D, yes, 2D figure is a line drawn on the sphere. Now the sphere is curved. Yeah, 2D figure is the line drawn on the spherical surface. Now the sphere is curved, right? Now if the sphere is curved, then what we will get? We will simply get a line, a curved line which is part of a circle. স্পিয়ারের উপরে যে কোনো একটা দাগ টেনে নে, কি হবে সেটা? সার্কেল তো। এই যে স্পিয়ারটাকে এঁকেছি, বলছি স্পিয়ার তো স্পিয়ার হয়ে আছে। আই এম সেইং দ্যাট দিস ইজ আ স্পিয়ার, হেন্স ইউ ক্যান সি দ্যাট ইট ইজ আ স্পিয়ার। নাও ইফ আই টেল ইউ দিস ইজ আ সার্কেল, দিস ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি আ সার্কেল। Is the idea clear? Okay, so this is a 2D figure and this one is a 3D figure. All of you write this one. Okay, now we will study concave mirror. Okay, concave mirror. Concave mirror. Okay, tell me one thing. Concave, cave, that means guha, cave. So the inner side will be reflecting, right? Okay, so for a concave mirror, first we will draw a concave mirror. This is a concave mirror. Okay, now in a concave mirror, the inner side is reflecting. In a concave mirror, the inner side is reflecting. So if any ray of light falls, the ray of light will fall towards this surface. So in a concave mirror, if a ray of light falls, the ray of light will fall on this mirror and towards the concave portion, right? It will fall on this mirror and towards the concave portion. Okay, now if we take a sphere, or rather if we take a spherical shell, okay, let us take a spherical shell. Let us take a spherical shell. Now in this spherical shell, can you tell me where will the center of the spherical shell lie? Okay, the center of the spherical shell will lie in the middle. Can we name it as C? We can name it as C. Okay, now can you tell me that if I draw a straight line from C to the mirror, it will cut the mirror at certain position? Okay, now if I take this position and write it as P and take equal distances on both sides, so can I take a distance up to this much on this side, and can I take a distance up to this much on this side? Are they same distances? From the pole I am taking equal distance from both sides, in both sides.
So the equal distance may be the extended side.
Maybe the extended side, but I am taking only up to this much. Can I take it in this way? Can I take it in this way? Okay, now if I take this extended position and if I shade it from outside, can I shade it from outside like this? Yes, then this will be a concave mirror for sure. Now in this mirror,
So the imaginary line, what we will say that?
we will go into this a little bit later, but slowly we will get into the topic. Okay, first thing is that, so this was part of a sphere. We took out a small part of a sphere, and the point midway of the whole deflecting surface is P. This P is known as pole of the spherical mirror. Is the idea clear? It is, yes.
What is called as a pole?
spherical mirrors midpoint from all sides. If we take a kadhai and if we drop a marble, the marble will after some time it will come to a point, and we rest at some point. The marble will go like this, go like this, go like this, and it will rest at some point. That point, the middle point, if a line from the center goes to that point, that will be the pole. The pole is the midpoint of the total spherical aperture. Now we will go into aperture. First we got this thing. Okay, now so you see a spherical mirror, the whole light falls in some portion of the mirror, right? That portion is known as aperture of the mirror. Let me get you the idea of aperture clearly. Suppose this is a spherical mirror, okay? Now the spherical mirror actually in 3D, as we have done earlier, it will look like this, right? As we have done earlier, in 3D this will look like this. Now let us shade this plane position. Let us shade this plane position. Okay, we have shaded this plane position. Now this plane position is actually the aperture of the mirror. Is the idea clear? This plane position is actually the aperture of the mirror, because if any ray falls, that ray has to pass through this plane surface. Is that clear? So if we have a smaller mirror, it will have a smaller aperture. Suppose we have a small mirror like this. We have a small mirror like this.
A plane mirror.
Yes.
The shaded portion.
The shaded red portion is plane mirror. It's plane. It's plane, like it's like a circle. If you turn a karai and look it in this way, how will the karai look? It will look like a circular surface, right? Now if we take a bowl and if you look at the bowl in this way, how will it look? It will look like a circular surface. But the bowl is actually a curved part of a spherical shell, right? The bowl is actually curved part of a spherical shell, and if you look at the bowl in this way, it will be a circular plane surface, right? Like this one. Is the idea? Have you seen bowl? How does a bowl look? If this is your bowl, this portion is part of spherical shell, right? This portion is part of spherical shell, right? But how about this position? Is it part of a spherical shell? No. This is a circular area, right? This is a circular area and it is a plane surface area. Is it? Yes, it is a plane surface area. It is circular. The area is circular. It's a rectangular area. It's not a square area. This one is a circular area. If it would have been a rectangular area, it would have looked like this, right? This is a rectangular area. This is also a plane area. This is also a plane area. But this is a circular area or circular plane area. Is the idea clear? Okay. Now let us go into this one. So we have drawn a mirror. We have drawn a mirror in this way. This is a mirror, right? Now, if I draw an area on this mirror, will this area look like this one? Will this area look like this one? Yes. Now, if you draw an area so small, then less amount of light will get through it. In the above area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 light is getting through. In this area 2 light is getting through. So which is having a larger aperture? The top portion. So you got the idea of aperture clear? Okay. Yes.
You can say the plane area.
Plane circular area.
Reflecting area was the curved line that was.
Yes, the reflecting area was the curved area. The reflecting area was the curved area, but aperture is the plane circular area. You know why aperture we take as a plane surface area? See, suppose you have a mirror like this. Think about it. Suppose you have a mirror like this. This is also a spherical mirror. This mirror is also a spherical mirror. Now, if we take this mirror, if we take this mirror, what we will see? We will see that the curved surface area is more, right? The curved surface area is more, but if we take into consideration the amount of light entering through any surface, if we take into consideration, see, only this much light will be able to pass through this.
Because the surface area is very small.
Yes, so only this much area will be available for the rays of light, though its curved surface area is larger. In this case, this curved surface area is smaller than this one, but more light will be able to get into it, right? So surface area of the plane part, which covers the two ends of the mirror, is known as the aperture. It's a plane surface area which allows the light to pass through and fall on the surface of the mirror. Is the idea clear now?
So in
Yes.
that, in that figure,
Yes.
where is the aperture?
In this figure, if we need to draw the aperture, this will be this portion. Is that clear? But see, every time it becomes difficult for us to draw a plane surface area, because if we draw a plane surface area, our image will be clumsy. We need to draw a clear image, right? So in that case, we will simply name it as M and M dash, and we will tell M dash is the aperture. Is that clear? So in this case, if this is M, this is M dash, then simply M dash is the aperture. Write down M dash. Write down M dash is the aperture. M dash is the aperture. Is the idea clear? M dash is the aperture. Okay, let us get into the second topic. The second topic says that we have drawn a dotted line that has passed through pole, right? Now we can extend that dotted line also, right? We can extend that dotted line also. Now tell me, if we extend this dotted line, we will get a straight line, right? So the straight line will be the extended portion of CP. Okay, can you tell me first thing, that if I take this length CP, is this length CP radius of the original sphere?
Yes.
Is this length CP radius of the original sphere? Okay, so we will say the length CP as radius of the original sphere. Is that clear? So first things first, what is CP? CP equals radius of the original sphere. Is the idea clear? What is CP? CP is the radius of the original sphere. Yes.
Draw the C.
Yes.
2 point M.
Okay.
It is also the radius.
Yes. Okay, if we draw CM dash CM or C any line from C to any other portion on the surface of the sphere or the spherical shell, that will also be the radius of the sphere.
Sir, this we also can say circular cave or a circular thing.
Circular?
What do you say? A circle?
No, we cannot say it as a circle. This is part of a sphere. We are now dealing with a sphere. Okay. Now to simplify that thing, we are drawing a circle, but this is not a circle.
Sphere is as similar as circle.
No, sphere is a 3D figure. Circle is a 2D figure. To draw simply, we are just imagining it as a 2D figure. I told it in the previous part only. Okay. Now, so CP is the radius of the original sphere, right? CP is the radius of the original sphere. Now tell me one thing. The line, if we extend the line CP, what are we doing? We are extending the line CP. So if we extend the line CP, what will we get? We will get principal axis. So if I write CP line, we know this is the symbol of line and this is the symbol of line segment. If we write this one or we write this one, both of them are same. But if we want to mention a line, we need to give arrows on both sides. So CP line is known as the principal axis. What is CP line known as? It is known as the principal axis. Okay. So yes,
C to P is known as its principal axis.
yes. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The distance between C and P is known as radius of curvature. The line CP extended on either ways is the principal axis. Okay? CP, this is the length CP, this one is the radius of curvature. Okay?
Radius of curvature.
Yes, radius of the original sphere, that is radius of curvature. Okay, I'll write it down. And this line extended, that is the principal axis. That is the blue line. You can imagine the blue line till infinity. That is the principal axis. Okay? Okay, yes.
Part of the CP is called as the
Principal axis, and CP is the radius of curvature. Is the idea clear to all of us? Is the idea clear? Okay. So we got this thing clearly. We got the idea of concave mirror. Okay. Now this CP, which is radius of the original sphere, is known as radius of curvature. Okay. So let me write it down here, especially that R is known as radius of curvature. Is that clear? This C is known as center of curvature. Is the idea clear? And rest of the things we have already written it down here. Now all of you copy this one. Okay. Now we will do convex mirror. Okay, what did I tell you about convex mirror? In a convex mirror, the outer side will be reflecting. Yes, outer side is the reflecting surface. So let us draw our idea of convex mirror. So this is our convex mirror, right? This one is our convex mirror. Okay. Now the convex mirror, as we know, it has the outer side reflecting. See, we can also tell it as the bulging side reflecting, right?
So what do you mean by the bulging?
Bulging side, the side that is bulged out. The side that is bulged out, the bulging side. The bulging side is reflecting, right? What are we getting? We are getting the bulging side as reflecting. Okay. Now, if the bulging side is reflecting, let us draw a sphere. Okay, this is a sphere. Now we want to make a convex mirror out of the spherical shell. Okay, now to make this convex mirror, first tell me, where will be the center of the spherical shell? In the middle. So let us take this as the middle portion. So I can write it as C. Can I write it as C? Okay. Now let us take a portion of the mirror and delete the other portions. So can I draw it in this way? Okay. Let me take the midpoint of the spherical surface. So is this the midpoint? And let me draw a line passing through this midpoint. Okay, I have drawn a line passing through this midpoint. Okay, now as it is a convex mirror, we will do the inner side as non-reflecting. Clear? Can you tell me one thing? As previous, this C is known as center of curvature. Okay, this C is known as center of curvature, right? Okay, what is this distance R known as?
Center of the original.
No, R is known as radius. Yes, R is the radius of curvature, right? Okay, what is this point P known as? Yes, P is known as pole. What is the line CP known as? Good, it is known as principal it is known as principal axis. Okay, we have done this much. Now if I write m dash, what is m dash known as? What is mm dash known as? Aperture, right? Mm dash is known as the aperture. Is the idea clear? What is mm dash known as? Mm dash is known as aperture. Okay, so we got these things clearly done and we have got these things perfectly all right. Okay, now tell me one thing. If I compare this convex mirror with a concave mirror, can you tell me in both the cases the position of center of curvature? Where will be the position of center of curvature? Huh?
So in the right side.
In the right side. Okay, let us draw both of the cases and compare a concave mirror with a convex mirror. Okay, now suppose this one is a concave mirror, that is the outer side of this one is non-reflecting or bulging side is non-reflecting, and suppose this one is a convex mirror with its inner side non-reflecting, right? We got the two cases. Now in the first case, this is a concave, this is a convex. Okay, in the first case, in case of concave, can you tell me if I am drawing it right, can I write this as the center of curvature?
Yes.
Okay. In case of convex, can I write this as the center of curvature?
No.
No? See, this will be part of a sphere like this, right? Where will that center lie? Here, right? So for a convex I am writing C2, for a concave I am writing C1. Yes, tell me.
Sir, but that area which is not a reflecting surface, but in that area it was a convex, as in that area that was a reflecting surface.
Yes, so this one is the reflecting surface, outer side reflecting, but the center is towards the inward side.
But why?
Because it is part of a sphere and the center of the sphere lies at this position. Is that clear? This is part of a sphere, right? Where is that center of a sphere? The center of a sphere is at this position. That means for a convex reflecting surface, the center will be towards the non-reflecting side. Is the idea clear? Okay. In case of a concave, the center of the sphere will be towards the reflecting side. So we must make it clear. We must make it clear in this way that center towards the reflecting side, and in this case center towards the non-reflecting side. Write it down. In the above case, center is towards the reflecting side, and in this case center is towards the non-reflecting side. Is that clear? Is it clear now? Okay. Now in this case we take the aperture. In this case we take the aperture as this position. In this case we draw two lines parallel to each other and parallel to the principal axis, and we take the aperture as this case. You got the idea? Is that clear? Okay, write this down, copy it now. Now we will do the idea of normal and spherical mirror. Okay, now in this, first we'll deal with one thing. Okay, I have told you, remember, that suppose we are having a spherical mirror, right? Now if I don't think about that mirror, let me think about a circle. I told you one thing, did you remember? That the line joining the center and the circumference is always the radius. And if I just draw a line which will just pass away from that circumference, it will just touch and pass away from the circumference without touching any other portion of the circle, that will be a tangent, right? And I have shown you that how that looks. So if this is a circle, Baba, it's a very bad circle. Okay, so if this is a circle, let me draw a circle for you. So if this is a circle, wow, just the best circle ever drawn on the surface of earth. Best circle. If I go into a circle competition, I will be the last man from the first. Yes, I will be the last man. Okay. So suppose this is the center. Okay, suppose this is the center. Now if I take this portion on the circumference, can I take a portion like that? Okay, I am taking this portion, right? If I join these two portions, what will it be? It will be the radius. We have already told you that if this is the radius, we will call the radius as normal. You remember that? We will call the radius as normal. Now if we draw a line which will just pass through this point by just touching only this red dot, then we will call this as, yes, we will call this as tangent. Now can you tell me, if this is the tangent and this is the radius, what is the angle between tangent and radius? Of course, the angle between tangent and radius is 90 degrees, right? The angle between tangent and radius is 90 degrees. Now tell me one thing. If the angle is 90 degree, then if I draw any tangent at any point,
it will be 90 degrees.
yes. So if I draw a tangent at this point, this will also be 90 degrees. So this one will also be 90 degree, right? This one will also be 90 degree. Now, so this one is also 90 degree, this one is also 90 degree. Now if I replace this circle as a mirror, can I replace it? Okay, if I replace this circle as a mirror and I erase the other portions and I think of it as a mirror, can you tell me that if a ray of light comes and falls on this surface, and if I say this angle I equals 45 degree, can you tell me what will be the angle of reflection? 45 degree. Very good. So if the angle of reflection is also 45 degree, then if this one is also 45 degree, then can I say that it follows the laws of reflection? And if we imagine that there is a plane mirror like this, so can we tell that the tangent at any position acts as a plane mirror on the spherical surface? We have done this concept the previous day, remember?
Yes, sir. So
The blue color is the spherical surface, the red one is the tangent. So we can say that the tangent acts as a plane mirror.
reflecting surface of the curved line which is marked as a blue line.
The reflecting surface is a curved line. Now we can imagine a tangent. We can imagine a tangent as a plane mirror.
So the reflecting surface
The reflecting surface is the blue portion. Now we can imagine the reflecting surface at that position.
concave.
At that position P, yes, we can imagine it as a concave reflecting surface to be a plane reflecting mirror, where the plane mirror will be the tangent. Is that clear? Now this line, this dotted red line, can you tell me that dotted red line is the dotted red line at 90 degree to this tangent? And if we draw a plane mirror, this line will be known as, no, for a plane mirror this line will be known as normal. Yes, if you have a plane mirror and if you draw an imaginary line which will be at an angle of 90 degree on the plane mirror, you name it as NN dash. This NN dash will be the normal, right? You got the idea? So what will be this one? This one will be normal. Is that clear? This one will be normal.
It was the principal axis.
In the left side, actually CP is the principal axis and the principal axis is normal to this position, right? So can I say that CP, which was actually the principal axis, and it is also the radius of curvature of the curved mirror, right? It is also the radius of curvature. So is the radius of curvature normal?
Yes.
Right? So we got another point. We got another point that the radius of curvature, write down the radius of curvature. The radius of curvature is always the normal. Write down the radius of curvature is always the normal. The radius of curvature is always the normal. Okay?
So please wait a minute.
Okay, write this down fast. Write this down fast. Okay, let us give you some questions. Okay, let us solve some questions. Question number 1. Suppose this is a mirror surface and I assume that this is a concave mirror and this one is the center of curvature. Okay, this one is the center of curvature. A ray of light comes and falls on this surface. A ray of light comes and falls on this surface. If we draw a dotted line here, the angle that it makes with the dotted line is 60 degrees. Complete the figure. This is question 1. Question 2. Question 2. If this is a spherical surface and a ray of light,
Sir, it was incidence ray.
yes, a ray of light,
So we have to find the reflected ray.
you have to complete the drawing. Okay, you have to complete the drawing. Now suppose a ray of light came in this direction and we draw a line like this and it moves out in this direction. If it is said that this angle is 150 degree, find out this angle, find out x. Okay, this angle is 150 degree, find out this angle is x. Now question number 3, x. Question 3, do this one. Suppose this is your mirror, but in this case we are drawing a convex mirror. What are we drawing? We are drawing a convex mirror. Now in this convex mirror, suppose this one is the center of curvature, okay, and suppose a ray of light has fallen in this position. We are just joining them. It has been said that this angle is 40 degree, so complete the figure. Okay, now let us go to question number 4. Let us go to question number 4. Question number 4 says that suppose this is a convex mirror, okay. It has been said that this portion is pole. Is that clear? What is this portion? This portion is pole. Now a ray of light has fallen on this portion. What did we do? We have just drawn a line and we told that this line which we have drawn is actually, this line which we have drawn is actually the principal axis. If we say it as LN, this LN is a principal axis. It has been said LN is principal axis. LN is principal axis. Is that clear? Now the angle, this one is 35 degree. You are asked to complete the figure. Draw all 4 of them and complete the figure. So see, in this case we told that any line drawn from the center of curvature will be normal. So the line drawn from C will be normal. So if this is the normal, then angle 60 degree will be equal to angle I. That means it will always reflect at the same angle. So this will be 60 degree. Is the idea clear now? Is the idea clear now? Okay, let us move on to the next part. Now this is 150 degree. Now this is a straight line. So how much will this angle be? 180 minus 150. This will be 180 minus 150, or it will be 30 degree. Again the line drawn from C will be normal as we have drawn it. So this X will also be 30 degree. Clear? Okay. Let us come into this case. The line drawn from C is normal, right? The line drawn from C is normal. So if this is 40 degree, it will reflect back at some angle which will also be 40 degree. Easy. Now see, here has been said ln is the principal axis. What is ln? Ln is the principal axis. Now if this is the principal axis, then the principal axis must pass through the center at some point. That means this will also be normal, right? If this is the normal and this angle is 35 degree, yes, then this will also be 35 degrees.
Where was the 180 degree?
In question number 2, this one is this straight angle, right? It is a linear angle or linear pair. This one is 180 degree. Is the idea clear, all of you? This is 180 degrees. Okay, is it clear now? Is it completely clear? Okay, now today's class is over. You have to go at home. I'll give you some exercises. You need to complete that exercise and come the other day. Okay? Okay, pack up now.